Time now for some Project Economy news. And this morning, here's a live look at the Dow Jones. It is down 20 points. The NASDAQ is down 4 points. In local stocks this morning, we are seeing a mixed bag. Maui Lanapine is down 17 cents. Meanwhile, Neil Abercrombie was just elected as our next governor on Tuesday. So what should his top 4 economic priorities be? That's the focus of this morning's UHERO report. And the folks from the University of Hawaii Economic Research Organization stop by every Friday to talk economy. And Professor Sumner LaCroix joins us now with the top 4 priorities. Good morning, Sumner.
Good morning, Mahat.
And thank you so much for joining us. So let me start with the first one. Review the state of Hawaii's unfunded liabilities to state employees. What does that mean?
Well, I mean, the state of Hawaii has a fund which funds retirement benefits for state employees. It's currently underfunded by over $5 billion. We only have, the latest report that we have is the fiscal year 2008 report. The fiscal year 2009 report hasn't even been issued. That ended in June 2009. This is a real problem for the state because we're way behind other states in funding our state employee pensions. And as we get closer to lots of state employees of baby boomer age retiring, this is going to become a real problem for the state if all of a sudden credit agencies start to focus in on this particular problem. There's a second big unfunded liability, which is the health care premiums or the health care benefits that the state has promised to its retirees. These are very expensive benefits. These are going to start coming due as the state employees retire. There's absolutely no fund for this. It's a pay-as-you-go system. And as we have more older people and fewer younger people, there's going to be fewer people paying taxes. It could turn into a real problem for the state.
Another thing that you think the new governor has to do is review the huge increases in the unemployment fund tax, and that's set to occur over the next few years.
Yeah, you know, and this came about because the legislature and the governor together worked to reduce the tax which funds the unemployment fund in the state. The tax was as little as $60 per employee in 2009, but because the state unemployment fund has essentially gone bankrupt, there's really not much money left, and we're borrowing money now to pay out the unemployment benefits. The tax rate in 2009 went up to $630. Okay, and then in 2011, it's set to go to $970 per employee, and it's set to go to $1,560 per employee in 2012. These are big increases, and I think they're essentially job killers.
Okay, and a couple more, Sumner. We've got a limited amount of time, but review the preparations for the APEC meetings. That's going to be in Honolulu in November, up to 20,000 people. Really quickly, what does he need to do about that? These
are big international meetings. There's 21 heads of states coming. They're coming with big delegations. There's going to be lots of media, and it's really important for them to get their business done here effectively and well. And also, though, that Hawaii put on a really good show for these people. Also, voters approved the amendment for an appointed school board, and he has to look at this and determine how it's going to work, right? You know, that's just one element in the puzzle. Another big element in the puzzle with education reform is that the legislature controls the funding, and it has often set levels of funding and priorities that are very different from the school board. It's not completely clear to me that the legislature and the school board are going to line up just because the school board is appointed. All right, Sumner LaCroix, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you.
And if you'd like to watch this interview or see any of our other interviews on our morning news, you can go to kitv.com/thismorning.